Hello everyone, Dave the Tabletop Wanderer right here. How are you all doing? Welcome back, and we are going to continue with some more 4 Against Darkness with our tantalizing trails of turmoil. Why can't I say that word correctly? Turmoil and treasure. And for our last episode, we had our party going through the mountains right there. Okay, let me just grab this. We got our little journal, and we had our party going through the mountains, and there was some cool encounters in that episode, so go back and watch episode 6, which was really good. I also went and I drew up the nether dungeon that we had on the previous episode, so episode 5, I think that was it, where we had that hobgoblins, which was that portal that sent us somewhere else in the world. Okay, so we are so Redfellow, they found a scroll of blessing. The rest of the journey was without event, and they managed to find their way out here. Now we need to find out which way did they come out of. Okay, got my dice here. Also, if you haven't noticed just yet already, I also got the tokens right there, and I got, some life counters there, just some D10s, and each of those represent their hit points. So I've got the sheets, the character sheets here, but each of those will represent their hit points. These are their die, and that's basically it. Let's get into it then. So our party made their way through the forest, the mountains, and they come across what? Let's have a look. So we'll roll 1d6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it comes out 3, we will roll again. I can't remember if I did that on the previous episode, but we'll do it now. Doesn't really matter. 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're going to the northwest. And what does the northwest bring us? Let's go here, page 5. Okay, that's a bit too much. Entering roadless hexes, is that it? Okay, first we need to find out what sort of hex it is. So we'll roll a D100. That one and that one. And we got, what did we get? A 94. And 94 is a desert. So our party has come out into the desert. And we'll just say, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was this one here, right here. Our party comes up out into the desert. And we'll just do that. And we've got our desert right here. Now, we need to roll on the entering the roadless hex special features. So we go to get a 2d6. So we'll grab this one and this one right here. So for a d12, we get a 5. And 5 says portal. Reroll if hex already has a portal. Roll for another feature. 5, 6, no other features. We get a portal. Okay, let's use that. Yes, we're going to use it. So there's a portal here on this hex to sort of something like that. And then it's like this. We just move like that. So on hex number 5, our party found a portal. Oops, I keep hitting my mic. So hex number 5. So our party comes out of the mountains and into the desert where they find a portal. Okay. Now, what does the portal do? A portal's that simple. It doesn't really matter. Let's see. Dungeon portal. Here we go. A magical portal in the wilderness. Party may choose to use it. For doing so, roll d6. On a 1, failure, party stays in the same hex. Portal cannot be used until the end of the next adventure. On a 2, ambush, party is surprised by a major foe. On a 3, random, parties teleported to a random hex. And on a 4 to 6, parties teleport to a desired location. Okay. So, our party come upon the sands, and right on the edge of the desert, there's this structure. I should have put that down like that. There's this structure, stone structure, sort of an archway, and there's this light purple, bluish light swirling. And Radford looks at that, goes, What is that? And Bram turns to him and goes, can't you see? It's a portal. Now, do we want to mess with it or not? Aramar says, well, these things can be tricky. No one knows what will happen. Marla goes, well, we are looking for the priests. Well, what happens if this is their portal? What if they came through the mountains and went through this portal and it took them to their secret place? Radford goes, yeah, that could be a possibility. And Aramar says, yes, but something worse can happen. But you know what? Let's do it. So we are going to do it. We're going to roll a 1d6. 1, failure. 2, we get ambushed. 3, something random happens. Well, we get teleported to a random hex. And 4, 5, and 6, we are successfully teleported to where we want to go. Let's see. 4, we get teleported to exactly where we want to go. And where do we want to go? Of course, we want to go to the priest's lair. So, we finally found something for the Rogue Priests, about the Rogue Priests. Our characters, they go through the portal, and where do they land? Now, that will be fun. Does this say anything, how to do anything? No, this is all NPCs. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick up this little guy and randomly drop him on the table. Okay, we'll say he fell here. You know what? That's too close. Let's drop him down here. Oh, he went all the way out. Okay, we'll say he fell here. So, our characters, they come up here. The portal brings them to this spot right here. Now, do we want to... Let's see. Is this the actual spot of where the priests are? Or is it in the vicinity? And I'll say, if it's in the vicinity, it'll be in one of these hexes, okay? It will be in one of these hexes. Otherwise, it'll be right here. And for that, we are going to roll on the Oracle of GME from Moses, but I'm just going to do, you know what, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, yes. 4, 5, 6, no. 6, no. It is not the spot of the Rogue Priests, but it is somewhere. Their lair is in here, okay? So once they get there, they can see that it's actually not there. But we can say that this is sort of is there like a wasteland thing here? Swamp, mountains, desert. Okay. We'll say that this can be. I'm going to make up some stuff. Okay. So our characters get teleported to this spot here, and this spot is. Let's just roll on it. Let's roll on it. And this spot is 57, and 57 is a forest. Okay. So this area is forest, right? Let's do that. This is a forest. Are there any roads here, though? Is there a way for us? There should be, right? No rivers, no rivers. How do we determine city road? Do not split. Okay, we're going to say that there's no road here. But there is a trail. So it's not a road, but it is a trail. Because, the priests would come through, right? And they've gone through so many times that there is a trail through the forest. Okay. And which way is the trail going? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the trail is going down. So the trail will go down into this hex. And we shall see if this hex is also a forest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll for all of these. Okay. And I'm going to say that, no, I'm not going to roll anything. I'm going to say that these 3 hexes here are all forests also. Right there. So all of this is forest. Now, we need to see if anything happens here first. We managed to go through the portal and get ourselves into hex number 6. On hex number 6, it is a roadless. That is just a trail, not a road. So we're going to roll 2d6 to see what happens. 4. Roll on weather condition table, then roll for one more non-weather condition event. Okay. So we are going to roll on the weather condition table, if we can find that. NPC encounters, troubles, weather condition table, 2d6. We get a 6, rain. Reroll if in desert. No, it isn't. So this we got here and it's raining. Right? Okay, so in hex 6, and what was the other one? For weather condition table, then roll one more non-weather condition event. Okay, okay, we're going to roll a d20 on the encounter table. It says non-weather condition event, but I can't find anything like that. So let's roll a d20 and see what comes up. 5. And 5 is local hunters around a campfire. Local hunters around the campfire are willing to share their meal and tales of the land. Spend 1 ration less for party's next action, plus map an adjacent unexplored hex. If all adjacent hexes are explored, then do not roll for the hex event or on next hex party is passing by. Okay, so our characters, our party, they find a camp here. They find a camp right there. And there's some travelers there, some people there, hunters. And they approach the hunters and they ask the hunters, have they seen any of the signs of the Rogue Priests or not? Have the hunters seen anything of the Rogue Priests? No, but I'm going to say no. They have not seen anything about the hunters, the Rogue Priests, but rumor has it that a couple of days before, a party of hooded, cloaked men walked past here, and one of them was carrying this large sack on its shoulder. So, yeah. So, the hunters tell the party that there is a rumor, that they heard a rumor that a group of men, hooded, cloaked men, passed through the area a couple of days before carrying a large sack. Okay, and they went down that trail. They went through the forest and went through following the trail that has been made there. Okay, so now our party, the next day, they thank the hunters for their hospitality, and they move on and they go down to this hex number 7. What do they find in hex number 7? And I'm going to say that the Rogue Priests are in one of these 6 hexes, so we are probably going to have to explore any of them. I'm going to roll on every single one of them. If when we get to the last hex, like if we don't find anything in the previous hexes, when we get to the last hex, I'm going to say that is the lair of the Rogue Priests. Okay, so on hex number 7, the party walk in, and we are still going on a roadless hex because that is not a road. We have established that it is just a trail, through the forest. 3, party encounters a weird monster. A weird monster. Roll for reactions. If it attacks, roll d6. On a 1 to 3, monster attacks before ranged, ignoring shield bonuses on first attack. Okay, so in hex 7 we encounter a monster. What monster do we encounter? Okay, last time it took me a bit of time to find it, but I remember now that there is here something here for the monsters. Party encounters a weird monster. We are in a forest, so we are going to roll for a forest monster. And that is a d6. Now, it says a weird monster. Vermin, minions. Okay, I get that now. Vermin and minions. So we need to roll for a weird monster, which there's nothing here. So let's just go here. Let's grab this. And we roll on the weird monster table here. So d6. We get a 6. Oh, sure. No. A band of gremlins, invisible gremlins, oh god. D6 plus 3 objects from the party. You must surrender objects from any of your characters in this order of preference. Magic items, we have none. Scrolls, okay, we've got a couple of those. Potions, weapons, gems, coins, and in bundles of 10 GP each. If the gremlins steal all of your equipment, they will leave a thank you message that counts as a clue. The gremlins have no combat stats because it is impossible to fight them. Encountering them gives no XP roll. Okay, invisible gremlins then. Let's see. We need to roll a d6 plus 3. Come on, d6, help me out. Okay, I missed. 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay. So we need to, first off, magic items. And that is not good because Marla has a magic mace. So we need to take out 5. Marla has a magic mace. So that means that Marla is effectively weaponless. That goes to 4. What else do we get? Any more arrows? No. Any more magic items? I don't think so. I think that was the only one. That's a normal great axe, and Bram has just his normal sword. Okay. After that, we need to get scrolls. Okay, Marla has a bunch of scrolls. She actually has 2 scrolls of protect and 1 scroll of blessing. So that will be 3 items, and that will take us down to 1. So this scroll of protect is gone. So there were 2 of them. And this scroll of blessing is gone. Okay. Not fun at all. So we got the scrolls, got the magic items, got the scrolls. Potions. Are there any potions around? Yes, Radford has 1 potion of healing, and that will be 0. So the gremlins, they made a small dent in our stuff, right? They did make a small dent in our stuff, but we managed to like get through it, I think. I'm just trying to see if anyone has a weapon that can give to Marla, but no. So Marla be fighting with her fists, I guess. And that's where I'm going to call it quits for today. Yeah, we found a portal. Our party found the portal. They made their way through the mountains. They found a portal, and they got teleported to the vicinity of where the Rogue Priests are. As they entered this hex here, before we go, let me see. 1, 2, 3. Let's see which way. Oh, we got here. So we do 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3. East 4, 5, 6. West for the trail. 1, 2 east. That's what I said, right? 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So the trail goes and heads off in this direction, and we found some gremlins in there. So the party got teleported to this location here, to the middle of the forest, and then they made their way down to this hex here where they got mugged. Literally got mugged by a band of gremlins. Okay, I want to thank you all for watching the video. I hope you did enjoy this, and we will continue this on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification, and have a great one. Bye-bye.